Hey everybody, welcome back to part 2 of the video series. I looked for these tiny arcades by Cracker Barrel, or sold by Cracker Barrel, high and low, and I found all 4 of them. Took me a couple of trips, but I got them. You can see there is the Galaxian, which is pretty cool. This is Ms.Pac-Man. Of course, you got your Pac-Man right here. And Space Invaders. So I am going to take these out of the package and check them out, and we'll see what we got going on here. So let's we'll have to get some scissors to cut these little bits out open because they're taped closed. But yeah, we're going to unbox these and try them out and kind of give you my opinions and stuff. Alright guys, I got them open. Packaging looks pretty cool on them. See the little Galaxian right there, tiny arcade. The smallest fully functional arcade game. Joystick and button controls. World's smallest on it. Of course, they're $19.99. Got them at Cracker Barrel. Pretty much, each one of these boxes have got their company or the game logo on it. Of course, this one's Ms. Pac-Man. I don't see the Namco logo on this one, but Pac-Man, you can see it. It's got the Namco logo on it. If you can see it. Alright. But pretty much it's got all the little game logos and stuff on it. You can see Space Invaders right there, tiny arcade. And each one of them, it's got a little booklet on them. Tells you the little bit of products they've got coming out. Pretty interesting. Got some more of these little keychains coming out. The Mattel looks like the baseball or football game, and basketball and baseball. Pretty interesting. But yeah, they got a little bit of everything in here. That's pretty neat. See? And of course, here is the tiny arcade little instruction manuals. It takes 3 AAA batteries, I believe. Yep. So you can play that. So all these have that in them. And of course, the main event is the arcade machines. You can see on the back of them that it looks like a little keychain looking deal, but I'd be afraid to put them in my pocket because I don't know, I'm afraid they get messed up or whatever with the joystick and everything. So, I don't know about that. But anyway, they come in little clamshell thingies, little plastic clamshells that snap together so you can take them out. And if you ever want to put them back in, you know, you got that option too. Of course, you see the buttons. The buttons feel pretty good. Very clicky, if you can hear that. Very clicky. And the joystick feels pretty good for a little small joystick. Don't want to roughhouse it too much. You're afraid to break it off or whatever. But that is pretty cool for a Galaxian. Of course, I got the tab here. I'm going to go ahead and take that out. We're going to play some of these too. I'm going to pull that out if I can. Wow. Turn it off. Alright, there we go. Pulled that out. There's the Galaxian. Of course, let me head over here. Let's move this back a little bit. Alright, Ms. Pac-Man up next. Of course, you see, let me show you the detail in that. That looks pretty nice. I really like that. The arcade, that is beautiful. I mean, they really nailed it with the beauty of that. That's pretty cool. Now this is how you do it. Little mini arcade machines. That is pretty darn cool. Let me get that out. There we go. That's Ms. Pac-Man. By default, they're turned on, so maybe just turn them off. Turn that little switch at the bottom off. Let me pull this out. There we go, Pac-Man. Let's take a look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. That is gorgeous. I love that. Really awesome. You can get little G.I. Joe figures. We'll be playing that. Playing those. Alright. Next one is Space Invaders. You can see it pretty good. Kind of a darker color scheme. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yep, Space Invaders. There's the back of it. Let's get that out. Alright, pull that out. Alright, now we get to play them. So I'm going to give my impressions of them. Let me go ahead and start with Space Invaders. So I don't know if this will show up too well. Let's turn it on. Alright. Wow, it's very small. So you have to kind of really strain to see that. I don't know if it'll show up on camera. But it looks good. It doesn't look like it's emulated. It looks like it's a straight up built from the ground up version of it. It's not those it's smooth fluid LCD. It's not those kind of Coleco type of and Walmart brands where it's just kind of flips the, you know, only pre-made images on here. It looks like a fully playable game. So I'm going to sit here and try to play this game real quick. Alright. Pretty much. Alright, the right button fires. Very cool. Not bad. It feels pretty good. The joystick and the buttons feel pretty good. I mean, it feels very, very responsive. You can feel it move, you know. Don't feel like you have any trouble with it. I like this better than the Walmart versions, which are a little bigger. Very cool. Very nice. Yep. Got him. Apologize if this does not show up like it should. Oh, I just got shot. Very responsive. I am impressed. Sound effects when you hit the alien are kind of weak and low. Like the shot sound is very overpowering. Okay, that was one quick level of Space Invaders. Like I said, I'm trying to hold this up so you guys can kind of see it pretty good, but it looks good. The image looks good, albeit small. But that was Space Invaders, and if you notice, let me turn this back on. Let me turn this light out real quick. If you can see it, you can see the marquee light up. That is pretty awesome right there. So that is pretty cool. All of them do that, so pretty slick in terms of really detail. They really got this nailed down. Let me go with Galaxian. Let's do the good ones. Well, I mean, not that these are bad, but let's do the PacMan ones last. All right, here's Galaxian. Very small. Like I said, you have to kind of strain to see it. Looks like the frame rate, it looks like it's scrolling, but it kind of looks like emulator, where the frame rate is like frame skipping, like 2 or 3. So it doesn't look as smooth as it could be, but it does look emulated to me. I'm not saying it is, but all right, let's give this a shot. All right, the first button starts the game and the second button shoots. So that's pretty much okay. Not bad. Like I said, the frame rate is not the smoothest. It almost looks like it's frame skipping, but still not too bad. I mean, it's playable. Don't get me wrong, it's playable and it's pretty awesome. Alright. Definitely a little easier than the arcade, kinda. Alright, I just beat the first level. Okay, that was Galaxian. That was cool. Like I said, a little bit easier. But you see the marquee light up, which is pretty awesome. I think that's one of the best effects of the whole thing. Alright, Pac-Man. Next up is Pac-Man. Let me rub the screen down a little bit. It's got a little smudge on it. Alright, let's turn that on. Let's see how that looks. Not too bad. Again, that kind of looks like it's frame skipping as well. Alright. Very different. I will say that. Alright, when you first move, you move to the right instead of left. Okay, this is a little bit slower. There. Really tiny. The joystick on this, having to move 4 directions, it's kind of a little bit hard to get used to. Whereas Galaxian and Space Invaders, you only have to move back and forth. Yeah, this is definitely different. I'm not going to say it's totally bad, but it's very small. And it's slow. But it's okay. It's not, definitely not, I don't feel it's emulated, so it's okay. Not too bad, but I like it. I like it for the fact that the marquee lights up. That is pretty cool. Alright, that is PacMan. Alright, we got that one out of the way. Now, Ms.Pac-Man. Let's see how this one runs. Alright. Yeah, kind of the same, almost the same engine as PacMan and Galaxian. Let's see if we can get that in focus. I can. Alright, let's see if that works. Alright. Alright, first button starts the game. The music sounds kind of tinny, like it's a down-sampled music. Definitely. Alright, it's got the Pac-Man eating ghost sound effects. And the ghost eyes. Sounds like Pac-Man. Not too bad, but like I said, it's kind of a slow frame rate. But it definitely, I think, feels better than the ones you get at Walmart. The maze looks slightly different. But all in all, not too bad. I think I think it's pretty cool. Definitely a cool novelty. Alright. There we go. Alright, that is the look at these arcade machines. Let me turn them all on. Get an idea. Like I said, I'd be afraid to put these in my pocket. I'm afraid they'd kind of fall. They'd break or something. That's just how I feel about them. But that's the arcade machines. Let me get this off its tripod. But my final thoughts on these are pretty cool. I mean, listen to them. If you sit here and listen to them, it's like you're at an arcade. Have them all play at the same time. Yeah, it's cool that they kind of go into a little screensaver mode if they're not touched. So yeah, the little mini arcade, that is cool. I mean, you look at that, that's a cool little arcade visual right there. That's pretty awesome. And for comparison, these are the ones sold at Walmart. You can see how much bigger they are compared to these little small ones from Cracker Barrel. My final thoughts on them, they're cool for a novelty. I mean, if you want arcade authentic, you're not going to get them here. But they're cool. They're cool especially for a visual standpoint. If you have them all running like that, it looks like a little mini arcade. But I think they're pretty cool. I like them. I mean, that is pretty awesome. But yeah, I recommend picking them up if you're a collector, definitely. If you're just a casual player, I don't know if it'd be worth it for you. You'd be better off just getting a Game Boy or whatever. But a collector, without a doubt, I recommend these. Just for the look of them. But they're pretty cool. Alright, thank you so much. I've rambled enough. I appreciate you watching me. Check out more videos from me. in the future. And go for it. They're at Cracker Barrel. Just they're usually near the two I went to are like near the big Hershey Kisses display, so they're in that area. But like I said, take care and check out my other videos, and appreciate it, and thank you, and I'll see you next time.